And we hope you're having a great start to your Friday morning. I'm George Estevez.
And I'm Joy Purdy. Here's a look at what we're working on today. First up this morning, an undercover officer's off the job after a pedestrian is hit and killed. We're live with the latest.
The deadline is looming for dozens of families in FEMA trailers right now. Hear why the group needs help nearly 2 years after Hurricane Wilma.
Then tornadoes captured on camera. You'll see the path of destruction left behind as dozens of tornadoes touch down across the U.S.
A live look right now at Fort Lauderdale, where things might get a bit breezy today. Your weather station and Aaron Coakley has your complete weekend forecast.
Plus, an FDA panel has approved the first vaccine to fight prostate cancer. CBS 4 health specialist Dr. Sean Kenneth explains how the vaccine works and its other possible benefits.
Get your news and get out the door on a Friday morning right now with half the commercials.
Now, live. This is CBS 4 News This Morning.
And on this Friday morning, it is 5 o'clock. It is March 29th.
We got a whole lot going on today, but first we want to take a look at what it's going to look like when you head out the door this morning. Aaron Coakley is in for Pamela Wright. Aaron, tell us what's going on out there.
Things looking okay this morning. We are seeing a few very spotty showers. You can see they're very light across Aventura towards North Miami, and then down across the Upper Keys, seeing a few showers, and they're moving from east to west. That will be the trend throughout the rest of the day, and that's about it as far as our rainfall goes this weekend. Looking pretty dry. Temperatures, they're on the mild side this morning. We're enjoying some nice mild breezes. We're in the lower 70s, 73. Northwest Fort Lauderdale, same thing in Pembroke Pines at 74. Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, down into Dade, similar readings in the lower 70s, 73. Miami International Airport. So those showers coming in on an east to west breeze, and we'll see a few of them throughout your afternoon today, and those breezes picking up. Breezes right now from about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but it will be a strong ocean breeze today. And a quick look at the day planner. A quick shower, a possibility. Gusty breezes in the afternoon. Our daytime high 81. How about the weekend? I'll let you know coming up real soon.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and check your traffic. A first live look outside right now. What's it looking like out there?
Well, it's looking pretty dark. That's about all I can say for it right now. Everything actually looking like a pretty smooth commute out there on the Dolphin Expressway, eastbound lanes and westbound lanes from 95 out to the Turnpike. Both directions looking like they're pretty trouble-free at this point. Shouldn't give you any problems in either direction, actually. 95 north and southbound right around the Golden Glades interchange. Pretty smooth as you're heading southbound. Actually pretty deserted as you're heading southbound. Northbound lanes getting by without too many delays at all, although we're seeing a little bit more activity out there than usual at this time of the morning. And taking a look at 95 north and southbound right around Griffin Road into and out of the Fort Lauderdale area. No problems, both directions, trouble-free and up to speed. I'm Mark Henry, CBS 4 News Traffic Control.
All right, Mark Henry, thank you so much. It's 5:01 on this Friday morning. A pedestrian is dead, killed in the street.
And the driver behind the wheel was a South Florida police officer. CBS 4's Art Barron joins us live from the Fort Lauderdale Police Department to tell us more. Art.
Well, this was a situation where you had a Fort Lauderdale police officer responding to a shooting last night, and it was along the 600 block of Northwest Sistrunk, the 1200 block actually of Northwest Sistrunk Avenue. And what happened was, as this officer was proceeding down, responding to the shooting, he struck the passenger, a pedestrian out there, damaged the front end of the car, shattered the windshield. You can see some of the clothing from the pedestrian who was struck. Witnesses out there say that they heard a loud boom, and then a short time later, police had the victim's body taken away by ambulance. A very, very sad situation. The officer, of course, now under investigation. Internal Affairs will be looking at all of this. People in the area say that when this whole thing concluded, they did not see the emergency lights flashing in the unmarked police cruiser. However, we're hearing from police here at Fort Lauderdale Police Department that the officer indeed turned on his flashing lights as he was going through intersections. So right now, a lot of questions concerning this pedestrian who was hit, killed, while this officer was speeding towards a shooting last night in Fort Lauderdale. That's the very latest. Art Barron, CBS 4 News.
Art, thank you so much. We'll check back in with you. At this hour at 5:03, South Florida families living in FEMA trailers since Hurricane Wilma have less than a month to get out. CBS 4's Carrie Codd explains why the group has already started to receive notices to move.
The title of this song is Overcome, an appropriate title for D. Bloom and his family.
I mean, it's rough because we're a 5-person family, you know, in such a small place. It's got a couple beds, but I mean, in a way, we've grown like closer together as a family.
Since January of '06, they've crowded into this small FEMA RV after the discord of Hurricane Wilma.
We lost everything. Roof was gone. Everything was gone.
Dee Bloom is a struggling musician. His wife works, and their 3 children are their life.
Look at those smiles, man. They keep me happy, you know. And even like you said, some darker moments.
Bloom and his family must leave the park by April 24th. That's the FEMA deadline. They're not sure where they'll go.
We're just trying to exhaust every avenue we can, and you know, make sure we find something.
I'm barely making it.
Anthony Weaver is struggling too. He and his wife bought this condo at Stonebridge Gardens just months before Wilma. They've been out ever since. Now he still pays the mortgage there and is about to start paying for an apartment until the condo is fixed.
I don't know if we're going to make it. Me as a man, not to be able to help my wife. But I'm busting my chops, driving a taxi all night just to make the money to pay my rent that I have now.
These are the stories of struggle. Yet Weaver and Bloom are both singing the same tune. They will find a way.
Well, I'm going to survive. I told myself I'm going to survive. I don't care what it have to take, how I have to work, I'm still going to survive.
We're hoping to, you know, oceans will part for us and everything will be, you know, divine again. So, you know, I guess that's it, yeah.
Here's the breakdown. We're told there are 114 trailers still operated by FEMA in Broward County, 73 in Monroe County, none in Miami-Dade. And we are told that FEMA, Broward, some nonprofit agencies, as well as a few cities in Broward County are working together to try to come up with some housing solution for these folks who can't make it out by the end of April. In Margate, Carrie Codd, CBS 4 News this morning.
Now, talk about a role reversal. A security guard is under arrest accused of robbing a local store. Police say Alfonso Allen knew about the surveillance cameras, so he knew to cover his face when he ripped off the Bare Feet Shoes store in Lauderdale Lakes. After the robbery, though, officials say he showed up in his uniform to help them investigate. That investigation led straight to him after a witness wrote down his license plate. Finally, a sweet morning after nearly 3 weeks of sadness for a little boy in Miami Shores. Joseph Garcia's mother was found dead in a vacant lot earlier this month. Yesterday, his classmates and friends gathered for a bake sale at a school to help raise money for him and his family. The school had already gathered $1,500. Garcia's grandmother will now take custody of him. She says all the support, it's what's getting their family through this hard time.
It helps him to heal. To know that everything is okay and that everybody loves him.
And her name's Joy, love her. Police don't know how Garcia's mother died, by the way. They're waiting for the autopsy results.
Good for that little boy. Well, this morning we are hearing from the cousin of the Haitian man who died while trying to make a desperate dash to the United States. CBS 4's Tiffany Helberg talked with the relative who still has hope for another family member at the detention center right now.
They think that if you comes to survive, you survive. If you die, you die. You try to do something to save your life.
Ricardo Francois knows it all too well. 18 years ago, he made the same trip from Haiti by boat to South Florida. The same trip nearly 10 of his relatives made recently, all arriving Wednesday, one in a body bag.
That's so sad for me, you know. You try to get a better life, you can't find it. You die.
His cousin Lafayette Lilly did not survive the 22-day journey at sea. No food, no water, cramped in this boat with close to 100 others.
When you're weak, you can do nothing by yourself, you know. You're weak, you can't swim anymore. You try to survive, you can't. And then you go deep in the water, you die.
Francois's love for his cousin is still strong, but his memory of Lily is fading.
When I left in Haiti, he was a little guy, you know.
So were many of the relatives left behind, some now here, including his brother, all being held away from the family they came to see.
I can see my brother, I don't know where they're going, I don't know where he's at, you know. Every family, I don't know where they're at.
The migrants are being held in the Broward County Detention Center. The feds say they plan to keep the group in South Florida, at least for now. In Pembroke Pines, Tiffany Helberg, CBS 4 News this morning.
There are new details this morning in the standoff with Iran over its capture of 15 British sailors and Marines. Iran's official TV channel says it will broadcast footage of a confession of one of the 15 detained British soldiers. Meanwhile, the United Nations Security Council is expressing, quote, grave concern about their capture and calling for their release. Britain sought Security Council help as Iran reneged on its promise to release the only woman among the captives. Instead, Iran suggests all 15 might be put on trial. Those 15 troops were seized a week ago.
It is 5:08 on this Friday morning. A blast at a market in Iraq has killed at least 76 people. The two suicide bombers wounded at least 100 other people. Officials say most of the victims were women and children who had been out shopping in the crowded market. A top U.S. commander in Iraq confirms that police retaliated after these bombings, which he blamed on al-Qaeda. The Senate and House will debate two different measures to remove troops from Iraq now. The Senate version, approved yesterday, calls for a troop withdrawal to begin within 120 days and for all troops to be out of Iraq by March of 2008. The House version gives the withdrawal until September of next year. President Bush says he'll veto any measure with a deadline to bring troops home.
This morning, a White House spokeswoman is saying Attorney General Alberto Gonzales will have to, quote, speak for himself in response to the comments from a former aide to a Senate panel. Gonzales's former chief of staff testified that his boss wasn't being accurate when he claimed he was not involved in the firings of the 8 federal prosecutors. Kyle Sampson says Gonzales and former White House counsel Harriet Miers both made the final decision on who is to be dismissed. Sampson says the prosecutors were fired because they didn't sufficiently support Bush's priorities.
It's official. Civil rights leader Jesse Jackson has officially endorsed Illinois Senator Barack Obama in campaign 08. Jackson twice sought the Democratic presidential nomination himself, but now is giving his support to what he calls a next generation of black politicians. His son, Illinois Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr., has already endorsed Obama.
And now it looks like we could be in for a windy end of the work week.
Aaron Coakley's in weather control to tell us all about it.
That's right, windy and warm to end your work week. We are seeing a few quick showers this morning, and we could see a few quick sprinkles throughout your afternoon. 81 for your high today. How about the weekend? Will it rain on your weekend, or will it be windy? I'll let you know coming up real soon.
All right, Aaron, see you then. Also, the destruction of tornadoes is caught on camera here from families devastated by the twisters.
Millions of credit card numbers are swiped from a popular department store's database. But hear why the company says your personal information may have escaped evil hands.
Plus, need help heating things up in the bedroom? Hear how a new product may be able to reignite the spark in your relationship.
Oh.
This is CBS 4 News This Morning. You got to keep watching because it's going to get good.
No comment?
No comment.
Next week,
I picture myself getting a brand new car.
no. How to throw a Sweet 16 party without breaking the bank. Plus, a brand new bottom of the jar recipe. The bottom of the maple syrup.
Today at 3 on 4. All new.
Oprah's in love. I have never seen her so obsessed.
What you are about to see is the best thing I've ever seen on television.
Oprah's Magnificent Obsession. Next Oprah. Today at 4 on 4.
For a limited time, the largest selection of brand new Hondas are on sale. Get 07 Honda Accords for just $199 a month. Accords, $199 for a limited time at your South Florida Honda dealers.
Whoa, come in and get it, say big Honda, gotta get it.
Get super low finance rates like 2.9% financing on Civics. Yes, Civics, 2.9 for a limited time. Hurry in.
Honda, gotta get it.
When you want the whole story, count on the combined resources of CBS 4 News and the Miami Herald, working together every day to cover your world.
I love my Sun Pass. It's such a no-brainer for me, both in the sense that it was a no-brainer to buy it and I never have to think about it. I hate to be interrupted, and so hi, and thank you, and with the change and everything, it interrupts your day, Sometimes even when you're listening to music, you just don't want to get out of your groove, and it's hot, so you don't want the air conditioning to get out. This is slower than I'd care to go, but it's still faster than them.
This traffic report is brought to you by the Miami-Dade Expressway Authority.
Welcome back to CBS 4 News This Morning. The time now 5:13. The Little Haiti Health Center opens this morning with a big blowout bash. Congressman Kendrick Meek will speak at the grand opening. A health fair, fashion show, and other festivities start at 10 a.m. The center, which will also include family planning and health screening, is in the 300 block of Northeast 80th Terrace in Miami.
Governor Charlie Crist may face his toughest crowd ever elementary school kids. He'll be in South Florida this morning visiting Maplewood Elementary in Coral Springs. He's going to do that around 11 o'clock in the morning, so like math class, I guess. Ooh. This past week, Chris signed a bill that awards public school teachers 5 to 10% performance bonuses to the state's best educators.
Yeah, math, traffic, driving. Oh yeah, did good at that. Mark Henry, how's it going out there?
Hey, good morning. Well, we're taking a look at a pretty easy going 95 right now, north and southbound around the Golden Glades interchange. Not a whole lot going on. One lone driver out there stuck on his own northbound. Don't see any road ranger activity, but the hazard lights are on, so might cause a little bit of onlooker delays through that area. Otherwise, got a pretty smooth ride. 95 north and southbound right around Griffin Road. Not a whole lot going on here into and out of the airport area. Still got a pretty smooth commute for you. And we do have some construction going on, though, on I-75 northbound right around Sheridan Street. Should be out of our way by about 6 this morning, so not going to cause you too many heartaches out there. And 95 north and southbound right around Cypress Creek Road. Both directions here. Pretty much an easy commute into and out of Pompano. I'm Mark Henry, CBS 4 News Traffic Control.
So we wanted to make Erin Coakley feel at home, so we watched her get dressed, and we found out she was wearing yellow.
Right, so we're all wearing yellow to celebrate spring on a Friday.
Right, it's a cherry color Friday. Yeah. A cherry day, and our weekend forecast looks good too. So, hey, good news.
You know what?
All
she should come more often.
Oh, you love so.
Things looking great this morning. Temperatures in the lower 70s, so it's a very mild morning. 73 right now. Miami 74, in Fort Lauderdale at 72, and Doral 75. Down in Key West, our stickiness, it's at a 1 this morning, so feeling nice and dry. Humidity at 65%. Wind coming in from the east at 12. This will build throughout the day as we watch a front kind of approach the area, and because of that, a chance for showers today. We are seeing a few right now. They're pushing in from the coast. Miami Gardens, a little sprinkle right now. These will move very quickly throughout your morning and throughout your afternoon. Temperature-wise across the state, we're in the 60s, up in Jacksonville 62, where a cold front, a very weak cold front, trying to push through. And as it does progress down the state, it will kind of fizzle out. So things not looking very good as far as our temperatures dropping, but our rain chances, they'll go up ever so slightly. 74 currently across Fort Lauderdale and Miami. You can see those showers coming in from east to west, and they'll be very light throughout your day today if you do see one. What you'll really notice are our breezes picking up. They'll be gusty, especially at the coast, so our rip current risk very high once again for today. Could see a passing shower, but overall a mix of sun and clouds and a windy and warm Friday. The breeze kind of weakens a little bit for tomorrow, a little more pleasant as far as our winds are concerned. A mix of sun and clouds, and will remain mostly dry throughout your whole weekend as high pressure firmly in place for Saturday into Sunday and right on through the earlier part of next week. So a nice beach breeze setting up for your Sunday. It will stay nice and dry, a nice mix of sun and clouds, so I think a good amount of sunshine through your whole weekend, and the winds not too bad. Warmer sunshine as we head into early in the week. Temperatures will rise into the mid 80s as opposed to the lower 80s, and staying mostly dry right on through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Temperatures across the southeast today, they'll be warm. So showers around the Jacksonville area up towards northern Florida, 75 in Jacksonville, but we're headed for 81 for our high temperature with a building breeze. It will be gusty at the beach today. Could see a few showers, although not very likely. Small craft should exercise caution this morning. There's an advisory this afternoon. Winds out of the east at about 15 to 20. Seas building to 7 feet. Staying breezy for your night. We will be windy at the coast. Our temperatures falling down into the upper 60s. Lower 70s right along the beach. So here it is. Today a building breeze with some spotty showers around. Dry for the weekend though. 80 for tomorrow. A nice pleasant breeze. Not as windy during the day on Saturday or Sunday. But it will be pretty breezy at the beach, and because of that, at least a moderate risk of rip currents. You'll definitely want to swim at guarded beaches if they do let you in this weekend.
Yeah, especially with all the spring breakers out there.
Right. Fun for them.
Fun for them.
She's like, yeah, great. Have fun.
Yeah, we have to work, but they're on spring break. Whatever. Thank you, Erin. All right, let's open up Dr. Sean's medical file, shall we? Right now, the first ever vaccine to treat prostate cancer is on its way for FDA approval. And one cancer patient hopes this new development will help him live longer. He shared his story with CBS 4's Dr. Sean Kniff.
Experts are calling it a major turning point in the treatment of cancer. A government panel of experts has told the FDA Provenge, the world's first prostate cancer vaccine, is safe, effective, and should be available to men suffering with the disease.
It could be new hope for more than 1 million American men battling prostate cancer. A panel of experts is recommending the FDA approve Provenge, the first ever prostate cancer vaccine.
Well, this will be a brand new format of therapy that at this time does not exist for prostate cancer.
Dr. Manuel Guerra is studying the therapy at Mercy Hospital in Miami. He says for some men, Provenge has controlled their cancer.
Those who have responded have done very well.
but it's not a cure, and it hasn't worked in all of his patients.
Provenge is not the type of vaccine you're probably used to, like those used to prevent smallpox or polio. In fact, it's only being used in men who already have prostate cancer, and basically it trains the body to attack the cancer cells.
During Provenge treatment, blood is drawn from the patient, then special cells called dendritic cells are isolated and treated in a lab with a priming protein. The treated cells are collected and infused back into the patient. That triggers the immune system to attack the cancer. In one clinical trial, men with end-stage prostate cancer lived 4 to 5 months longer with the therapy. Nurse and patient Ramon Perez is trying Provenge after his prostate cancer spread to his hip and neck.
I hope with this vaccine to have at least in control my cancer. But I will continue living with cancer probably for the rest of my life.
The advisory panel's recommendation now goes to the FDA, which usually follows the committee's advice. The agency is expected to make a final decision on the drug in May.
Some of the data the panel reviewed came from clinical trials conducted right here in South Florida. Now, Provenge may even be more effective at treating earlier stages of prostate cancer, and those studies are currently ongoing. Dr. Sean Kniff, CBS 4 News This Morning.
Also this morning, Japan says it's found an oral vaccine for Alzheimer's patients. It's already proven effective and safe in mice. The study shows the vaccine improved mental function in the animal's brain. The research team is now preparing for small-scale clinical trials in humans as early as this year. Now, ladies, do you need a little help spicing things up in the bedroom? This morning, there's a new patch called Intrinza, designed to increase sexual desires in postmenopausal women. It's meant to help women with sexual problems, but researchers say they're worried women who don't really need it may take advantage of the sex-boosting drug. Right now, marketing plans are on hold in the U.S., but the patch is available in Germany and France. I hear everything clicking on the computer. People lining up those
They're running to the right. Come on, abusing a patch that increases sexual.
Well, I guess it was the same concern they had with Viagra. People using it as a recreational drug instead of what it was made for.
Probably going to happen. It is 5:20 on this Friday morning, March 30th. Coming up, new information about the attempted bank robbery that shut down Miami Beach for hours. What the suspect says really happened.
Tricky touchdowns caught on tape as a plane takes a nosedive on a Florida runway.
Here's a look at Wall Street. This is CBS 4 News This Morning. Keep watching.
Hi, I'm Jeff Katz. This month, Dolphin Carpet and Tile is celebrating its 33rd anniversary. We sell all types of flooring for less than anyone, and this month only, we'll give you no-interest financing for 24 months and a free area rug with every qualified purchase.
Monarch Dodge is overstocked and must reduce inventory now. Brand new 06s and 07s selling below dealer invoice at Monarch Dodge. Over 500 new cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. Save thousands. Brand new Durango air automatic stereo deep discounted. Just $18,995. High style 07 caliber automatic with air reduced. Just $14,995. Monarch Dodge overstocked and blowing them out below dealer invoice. Monarch Dodge must reduce inventory. Monarch Dodge on 441 between Alton Park and Sunrise Boulevard. Save thousands today.
SOS! Modern Age Furniture is more desperate than ever. SOS! Modern Age must fight to survive. SOS! Modern Age is taking drastic measures to save our stores. $6 million of fine furniture and Oriental rugs is being sacrificed. Some items sold at, near, even below cost. SOS! 65% off every Oriental rug. Rush to the nearest Modern Age Furniture now. In North Dade, South Miami, Pembroke Pines, Boca Raton, and Fort Lauderdale. Bring a truck or van and cart it away yourself to save even more. SOS! Save our stores.
Here's where a football game turns into a family reunion. Here's where the Dolphins score and I do the dance.
Here's where I join a team that's 75,000 strong.
Here's where my cheers lead to their victory.
Here's where the Dolphins run out of the tunnel and my soul takes the field.
The new Dolphin Stadium. The fans are here. For season tickets and club level memberships, call 888-FINSTICKS or select your seats online at MiamiDolphins.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Katz. This month, Dolphin Carpet and Tile is celebrating its 33rd anniversary. We sell all types of flooring for less than anyone, and this month only, we'll give you no-interest financing for 24 months and a free area rug with every qualified purchase.
Welcome back to CBS 4 News this morning. It's 5:23. In our consumer alert, good news for the victims of the store's stolen database. The owner of TJ Maxx in Marshall says about 3/4 of the affected credit and debit cards were already expired when someone stole the information. Yesterday, TJX told federal officials computer hackers had stolen customer information from more than 45 million credit and debit cards back in 2006. Daimler Chrysler is offering limited satellite TV service for its 2008 Dodge and Chrysler minivans and several other models too. The company plans to turn the family cruiser into a living room on wheels. I think that's called a Winnebago. Daimler Chrysler is teaming up with Sirius Satellite Radio to bring 3 channels, Nickelodeon, great for the kids, Disney Channel, and Cartoon Network, to the next generation of minivans, as well as a 2008 Chrysler 300. The Dodge Charger is going to have them, the Dodge Magnum, the Jeep Commander, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee. The feature costs about $470, a lot more expensive than a babysitter, but hey.
Oh, true. Now, heartache describes the scene in 3 states as weary residents awake this morning to the devastation these tornadoes left behind. As the cleanup begins, CBS 4's Beatrice Canals brings us more of these pictures of entire towns leveled.
This was the scene late Thursday afternoon as stormy skies rolled across parts of Oklahoma. An aerial view showed a funnel cloud just north of Oklahoma City. Moments later, this was the scene on the ground. Buildings destroyed and roofs ripped off homes, critically injuring 2 people.
We're seeing multiple vortex tornado. What that means is it's multiple small tornadoes wrapped into one column of air.
Earlier in the day, a storm chaser captured these images as a massive tornado tore through Beaver County, Oklahoma, in the panhandle of the state. The worst of the damage on Thursday took place in Holly, Colorado, where buildings that escaped damage were few and far between.
I just sat down and figured it was the last day of my life.
A tornado as wide as 2 football fields chewed up and spit out homes and businesses. Colorado Governor Bill Ritter got a bird's eye view of the damage.
It reminds you again of sort of the devastating power of Mother Nature. Not that the people of Holly needed that reminder.
Inside a modular home that used to sit here, a mother, father, and 3-year-old tried to huddle together.
All they heard was this big ugly noise and they didn't have no time to run.
In this tree, rescue crews found that father and his 3-year-old cradled in his arms. He said the storm ripped his wife out of his grasp. She later died at the hospital. Storms and 70-mile-per-hour winds whipped through the Texas Panhandle, where the body of another victim was found tangled in the debris of this trailer. Many in the path of these tornadoes say they had no idea what was about to hit them.
You got to go on, man. I mean, they can knock us down, but we're going to get right back up.
In their wake, these powerful storms left an even stronger will to rebuild.
Now that same system dumped snow in Wyoming, causing highways to pile up and closing down large sections of 3 interstates. At least 800 homes in north central Wyoming were left without heat and without electricity. Beatrice Canals, CBS 4 News this morning.
Tough for all those families. This morning, the time is 5:26. Workers are looking over an airplane following a dangerous touchdown near Orlando. Watch this video right here. This Allegiant airplane tries to land without its front landing gear. The nose goes down there. The MD-80 coming from New Hampshire circled the airport for nearly an hour after reporting hydraulic problems. 150 people were on board this plane. They evacuated down those inflatable slides. Nobody was seriously injured.
A dangerous day for a dog stuck on a dam in North Carolina. Somebody spotted this Labrador retriever clinging to the edge of the spillway, trying not to fall 30 feet below. After several tries, crews used a boat to reach the dog, bring him to safety, but the dog doesn't have any tags and no owner has been found. Oh,
yeah, that's pretty sad. It is coming up on 5:30. All new then. We have the latest fallout from the tainted pet food recall. Hear what one South Florida man is doing to get his money back.
Time is running out for dozens of folks still living in FEMA trailers after Hurricane Wilma. I'm Nefertiti Jacquez live in Margate. I'll have that story coming up.
And I'm meteorologist Darren Coakley in CBS 4 Weather Control. Waking up in Miami Lakes to a very light shower. How about the rest of your day? And as we're headed into the weekend, what will the forecast be like? I'll let you know coming up real soon.
Plus, Brittany and K-Fed may finally be free from each other. We've got the details on the latest legal agreement.
But are we free from them? A new half hour of CBS 4 News this morning with more news, weather, and traffic. And half the commercial starts in about 1 minute.
Make it stop.
It's a driver's car.
rich in the latest technology. The perfectly proportioned cabin offers abundant comfort and space. Super handling all-wheel drive gives you ownership of the road. And the ever-smooth turbocharged Ivy-Tech engine, it's a rush. The RDX from Acura. Are you ready?
Now you can lease an RDX for $369 a month for well-qualified customers.
Jungle Island! Expect to see the unexpected. Expect to really be amazed. At Jungle Island, you'll want to stay for days. Jungle Island. Expect the unexpected.
Chris Berrien.
A decade ago, we told you the dealer is in. We said that would make a difference to you.
The dealer is in.
It did, and Coral Cadillac Hummer grew. Every day we still try to be the best dealer on our street, not Wall Street.
The dealer is in.
Because with family, hands-on is a better way, hands down.
Coral Cadillac Hummer in Pompano Beach on Federal Highway, not on Wall Street.
And the dealer is in.
Now, live. This is CBS 4 News This Morning.
Good morning again, everyone. It is 5:30. I know we told you it was March 29th, but we just realized it's not. It's March 30th.
How exciting for us. We've skipped a whole day and didn't even realize it. I'm George Estevez. It is still dark and early, regardless of which day it is, because after all, it's 5:30 in the morning.
True, true, true. Let's check in with Erin Coakley. I know it's dark out there, but I know you can tell the weather, Erin.
I sure can, and we are seeing a few very light rain showers right now. Let's take a look at where they are. Miami Lakes, north of your area, also north of Aventura this morning. But temperatures, they are very mild this morning. 72 up towards Boca, 72 in Pompano Beach, and 74 this morning in Fort Lauderdale, 72 also in Pembroke Pines. Similar readings down into Dade, 73 in Miami at the airport, 72 warm degrees in Homestead, some nice mild breezes. These wind speeds, they'll be picking up throughout the afternoon, and it will be pretty gusty at the beach today. Could see a few light showers coming in on that strong ocean breeze at any time today, but overall a really nice day with just a quick shower, windy and warm, gusty at the beach, and because of that, we do have that chance of rip currents, and our gusty breezes will continue right on through your overnight hours. Temperatures this evening in the mid-70s. There's a look at your forecast. Let's take a look at traffic with Mark Henry.
Hey, thanks a lot, Aaron. Well, we're taking a look outside right now at 95 north and southbound. This is right around Cypress Creek Road. Pretty easy ride into and out of the Pompano area. Shouldn't really cause you any problems at all. A little bit of early morning construction right now right around Cypress Creek, down to one lane. No big deal. Should be out of your way again by about 6 this morning. 95 north and southbound right around Griffin Road. Starting to see a little bit more activity as you're heading northbound from the Hollywood area into the Fort Lauderdale Airport area. Still pretty smooth commute, but just watch for a little bit of slowdowns right around 595. If you're heading southbound, no problems as you make your way into the Hollywood area, and that kind of continues all the way down into Miami right now. Go 95 into Golden Glades. Still a real smooth ride, southbound lanes. Northbound, those are the ones coming at the camera right now. Well, you start to see a little bit more activity, and we still got one stranded motorist out there on the right shoulder. Again, not really causing any problems for anyone other than himself and possibly his boss this morning. I'm Mark Henry, CBS 4 News Traffic Control.
Alrighty, Mark, thank you. This morning, a pedestrian sadly is dead, killed in the street.
The driver behind the wheel was a South Florida police officer. CBS 4's Art Barron joins us live now from the Fort Lauderdale Police Department to tell us more. Art?
Well, good morning, guys. Well, the person who was struck and killed, we still do not have the identity of the victim. The person, according to witnesses, died instantly after just being mangled by this Fort Lauderdale police car. Here's the scene last night. You can see the front end damage, and as you pan over, you can see the impact on that crushed windshield there. Horrified witnesses just looking out into that particular stretch of road there as police cordoned off the area. 1300 block of Northwest 6th Street, which is Sistrunk Boulevard. The officer was responding to a shooting a few blocks away. The impact killed that pedestrian. Police say that the officer was speeding as he responded to the call, turned on his emergency lights while going through an intersection. That officer's name is not being released right now. Witnesses, though, are venting anger at the police department over this accident. Police say the victim died at the hospital. Witnesses, however, say the victim appeared dead in the street.
They saw the impact.
I seen the impact. Man, dude hit kaboom.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
So what did you see?
He was dead. He was dead on contact.
I specifically, and we specifically asked the man, is he dead? Saw the officer go down, touch him like that, and then look all crazy like that. He didn't, oh, he's alive. No, not none of that. Ambulance came, yellow sheet, put him on. They don't put a live body in yellow.
Well, the officer involved in this accident is now on administrative leave, which is standard, as Internal Affairs will now conduct a full-scale investigation into last night's tragic accident involving a pedestrian. Was he doing all the right things responding to that police call? That's what they will try to determine and figure out. They, of course, will be interviewing him. Now, coming up in a half hour from now, right here on CBS 4 News this morning, we're going to hear from police department on this the subject, this incident that occurred last night in Fort Lauderdale. For now, that's the very latest. Art Barrett, CBS 4 News this morning.
Alrighty, Art. South Florida families living in FEMA trailers since Hurricane Wilma have less than a month to get out. CBS 4's Nefertiti Jacquez joins us live from Margate to tell us more about the notices that are going out. Neff.
Well, Joy, lots of folks in FEMA housing did find places to live, but take a look behind me. Some people are still left without a place to call home. We spoke to some who tell us it's really difficult to come up with all the money for an apartment, let alone a house. But that doesn't change the fact that in 4 weeks, FEMA will take the keys to these RVs. As we go to video from yesterday, this means the clock is ticking for all of these people still living here. Take a look at D. Bloom, for example. He's a struggling musician who lives in one of these RVs, and at this mobile home park in Margate. He lives with his wife and kids. And then there's Anthony Weaver, who also lives in an RV here. In his case, he and his wife are still waiting for their condo to be fixed, which means they're still paying for a mortgage. They tell us they simply are just running out of money. So at this point, they don't know what their next step will be or what they'll do. Their fear is that they'll end up homeless, but they're still holding on hope.
I told myself I'm going to survive. I don't care what I have to take, how I have to work, I'm still going to survive.
We're hoping to, the oceans will part for us and everything will be, divine again. So, I guess that's it, yeah.
Now take a look. Here's the breakdown. There are still 114 trailers in use in Broward, 73 in Monroe County, and none in Miami-Dade. Now we're also told that Broward County FEMA and some nonprofit organizations will try to help these folks get housing by April 24th, but of course there are no guarantees. We'll keep you updated. That is the very latest in Margate. Nefertiti Jacquez, CBS 4 News.
A war of words is raging now between former Miami City manager Joe Ariola and a valet at a swanky hotel. Samir Clamy, who works at the Mandarin Oriental, says Ariola was angry that his car wasn't delivered fast enough on Saturday night. Clamy says Ariola pushed him over a table, injured his back, neck, and shoulder. Ariola feels the parking attendant is exaggerating.
Never been in that kind of trouble before, and when I learned who the gentleman was, I'm kind of not scared but panicked because I don't know what the extent of this case is going to be.
He started, he made physical contact with me, and now I guess he found out that I have a couple dollars and he wants to sue me.
So far, no lawsuit has been filed, though. Ariola says videotape of the incident will prove he's innocent.
There are new allegations this morning in the bank robbery that paralyzed Miami Beach on Tuesday. The man arrested, Paulo Almeida, claims someone else ordered him to enter that bank and make a $20,000 withdrawal. Apparently, Almeida handed the teller a phone with someone on the line making threats. The teller called for security. Almeida was arrested. Police still don't know who that caller was. Right now, we're hearing it could be next Monday before crews can move that sunken catamaran. Cito says choppy waters are making it difficult to move. The 93-foot boat took on water off the coast of Hollywood Beach Monday with people clinging to the side of it. The vessel was filled with 4,000 gallons of diesel fuel when it went down.
A South Florida man is facing thousands of dollars in vet costs because he fed his cats poisoned pet food. Mike Flint from Fort Lauderdale owns 7 cats. So far, 1 died, another's gravely ill, and some of the others are on a daily kidney flush. Dealing with the sick and dying cats is costing Mike a lot of money. Facing the mounting costs, he called Menu Foods.
What did they say that they're going to be doing? Pay for all of their vet bills. And that's all I want. I don't need to be compensated for anything. I just need to get my bank account back online.
To find out if you're eligible for assistance, contact Menu Foods and go through their program. We have more information on our website, CBS4.com.
As the pot-smoking judge from Broward County now returns to the bench, people are protesting. More than 180 people have signed a petition right there opposing Judge Lawrence Corda's new assignment. Instead of being placed on administrative leave after cops busted Corda for smoking pot in a local park, the judge was instead moved to probate court, where he will rarely, if ever, deal with drug-related cases. Protesters say Corda should be punished.
The history of this guy being inappropriate goes back a dozen years at least. And it's a disgrace that he would go to a park and smoke pot where kids are playing, and that he's allowed to go back to work.
Well, Corda starts hearing probate cases April 9th. The baby daddy drama over Anna Nicole Smith's daughter Danny Lynn continues. Entertainment Tonight says Howard K. Stern has filed an appeal in the paternity battle. That appeal will hold up the process and delay the long-awaited DNA results. Next Tuesday is the earliest we may learn the outcome.
Severe storms are topping the news today at 5:39. They swept through the nation's midsection, and in Washington, Alberto Gonzalez no longer has the support of his top aide. CBS 4's Tracy Strahan joins us now from the Capitol with today's top stories. Good Friday morning, Tracy.
Well, George, good morning. A former top aide to Alberto Gonzalez says the Attorney General was briefed regularly about the firings of those 8 federal prosecutors. Kyle Sampson told the Senate Judiciary Committee that Gonzalez wrongly claimed that he wasn't involved in their dismissals. The White House, who's been standing behind the Attorney General, says he will have to respond for himself. A written statement from Gonzalez's office insists that he's already clarified his involvement and that it's consistent with Sampson's testimony. The House and Senate are hashing it out over a compromise on war funding legislation that calls for U.S. combat forces to withdraw from Iraq by next year. The Senate just passed its version of the bill, and President Bush has renewed his promise to veto any legislation with a pullout timeline. Now that puts money for the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan in limbo, with each side saying it's the other who's not supporting troops on the ground. And a huge storm system stretching from the Rockies to the plains has spawned dozens of tornadoes, leaving at least 4 people dead. Holly, Colorado took a direct hit. The twister that ripped through that small town destroyed several homes. Oklahoma tangled with a handful of tornadoes Thursday evening. At least 5 people were injured in Oklahoma City. Forecasters say the storm is expected to remain in the state through this morning. And that's a look at what's making headlines nationwide. Live in Washington, I'm Tracy Strahan for CBS 4 News this morning.
All right, Tracy, thank you so much. It's 5:41 on this Friday morning. Britney Spears, finally ready to say bye-bye to K-Fed.
Good night.
Find out why their relationship is over for good. See, that's dangerous when we say over for good.
Yeah, you know they're coming back. All right, 2 comedians, they're taken to the ice to prove they have the best triple axel. The details when we tell you what's now showing.
All right, what's now showing at your local lunchroom in Broward County? There's a list of the current choices.
In Broward, chicken with gravy, fish patties on a bun, rice, black beans. Sounds yummy to me. We don't have Miami-Dade today. Miami-Dade didn't give it to us, so we're going to have to wait till Monday to get you yours, Miami-Dade. All right, we'll be right back. Oh, wait, there's no school in Miami-Dade. Hello?
See, hello. That's why they don't need date lunch.
For a limited time, the largest selection of brand new trucks, vans, and SUVs are on sale. Save big with low payments on Odyssey vans, Ridgeline trucks, even Pilot SUVs for just $289 a month. $289 for a limited time at your South Florida Honda dealers.
Come in and get it, say bigger Honda. Gotta get it.
Get your Honda truck, van, or SUV now from just $289 a month. Hurry in.
Honda, gotta get it.
You gotta love this place. Ashley Furniture Home Store, the fastest growing furniture retailer in America, is now open throughout South Florida.
We're gonna love this place.
Now you'll be able to purchase the #1 selling home furniture brand in America at true Ashley Direct prices. Plus, during our grand opening, you'll enjoy no interest until 2009 and next day delivery. This is one grand opening you can't afford to miss.
Ashley Furniture Home Store. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bow. You're gonna love this place.
Suffering from new RV sticker shock? This Thursday through Sunday, it's the used motorhome blowout sale at the Miami International Mall. See a great selection of used diesel and gas motorhomes, many with less than 10,000 miles. All at 4.99% financing for the term of the loan with only the tax and license down. This used Fleetwood Bounder was over $100,000. Now it's only $89,998 or $598 a month at 4.99%. It's the used motorhome blowout sale this Thursday through Sunday at the Miami International Mall.
Save big during the Backyard Expo at Rec Warehouse. Super Lounger spas $6.99. Family size spas only $9.99. Complete pool packages just $5.99. 5-piece dining sets $2.99. Outdoor wicker sets only $4.99. The Backyard Expo. 4 days only at Rec Warehouse.
Whether you're a beginner or an old pro like me, Warwick's Hobby Superstore has any RC aircraft you can think of. My remote, please. Warwick's has small planes and helicopters, big planes, fast planes, and planes that defy gravity. Even airplane and helicopter trainers ready to fly right out of the box. And plenty of expert help for repairs or to answer your questions. For any kind of RC family flying fun, fly into Warwick's Hobby Superstore.
Monarch Dodge is overstocked and must reduce inventory now. Brand new 06s and 07s selling below dealer invoice at Monarch Dodge. Over 500 new cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. Save thousands. Brand new Dodge Caravan SXT full power 7-passenger, just $13,995. Red hot 07 Caliber, only $14,995. Monarch Dodge overstocked and blowing them out below dealer invoice. Monarch Dodge must reduce inventory. Monarch Dodge on 441 between Alton Park and Sunrise Boulevard. Save thousands today.
Okay, people, some big love in China. Or really, I guess, little love. The tallest man in the world has found wedded bliss. Never mind that the bride is more than 2 feet shorter than he is.
Yeah, the man, 7'9", married a 5'6" woman, and at 28 years old, she is half his age. He searched worldwide for a wife, even sending out marriage advertisements, but he found true love right in his own hometown.
That's really sweet. And he became famous over there because he saved some dolphins. Some plastic was stuck inside them, and he reached in with his long arms and, I guess, grabbed the plastic.
Yeah, the doctors couldn't even reach it, but he just...
He reached through the dolphin, and he reached for a wife. See?
Got her.
Half his age and half his height?
Right, something like that.
No.
But like he can grab her from like across the room.
Always helpful.
Erin Cogley, how's it looking out there? I had some rain showers on the drive.
So did I.
Right?
Yeah.
So did I, yeah. And you may too, as we could see a few quick sprinkles throughout the morning. That's our best chance. And then things looking great as we head into the weekend. 72, our current temperature in Doral, 73 in Miami, 74 in Fort Lauderdale, at 75 in Key West. 1 on our stickiness scale, so nice and dry outside, 65% humidity, wind coming in out of the east, and it will blow out of the east and build throughout the day today. No rainfall here at the station, but we could run into a few spotty showers, and we are seeing some basically up towards the Miami-Dade Broward line this morning, up towards Aventura, quick sprinkle. These are all light rain showers north of Miami Lake, so on the 826, on 95 headed up towards Aventura, you could run into a little bit of light rainfall. This will all move pretty quick from east to west. Temperature-wise across the state, we're in the 60s, up in Jacksonville, 62 there, 66 in Gainesville, 67 this morning in Orlando, but we're in the lower 70s here across South Florida. Watching a very, very weak cold front will kind of progress down towards the state, and that will build our breeze. So a strong ocean breeze. It will be gusty right along the immediate coastline, so high risk of rip currents once again today with those gusty breezes. The chance for a passing shower, but overall just a windy, warm day with a nice mix of sun and clouds. More clouds at times with those spotty showers blowing in off the water. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. A pleasant breeze for the weekend. High pressure builds in. Not as breezy this weekend as it is as it will be this afternoon, with a nice mix of sun and clouds for tomorrow into Sunday. We'll enjoy a good amount of sunshine and a nice beach breeze. It will be a little breezier at the immediate coastline, but overall this weekend looking just great with tons of sunshine. And as we head into early in the week, warmer sunshine. Our temperatures will progress into the mid 80s as opposed to the lower 80s. We'll remain mostly dry, and watching our our next front for later next week. Overall, looks great for the next, say, 4 or 5 days. For today, 81 for our high temperature. A building breeze, very windy at the coast today with those gusty breezes. A few showers around, especially for the first part of your day, but then clearing out nicely as we head into the evening. Small craft should exercise caution. There's an advisory this afternoon because of those winds in the high seas up to 7 feet. Choppy in any exposed areas on the bay. Stays breezy for tonight, windy at the coast, falling down to the upper 60s inland, lower 70s at the beach. So here it is, your next 3 days, looking just fine. Could see a quick sprinkle today, but dry for the weekend. Breezy at the beach for Saturday and Sunday. That's the trend there. Not as windy as this afternoon. This afternoon it will be pretty windy, pretty warm, with temperatures in the lower 80s for the next 3 days. Overnight lows right around 68.
I know you said dry for the weekend and we need the rain, but dry for the weekend's good.
Right, got it off.
Okay, 5:48. Is traffic good? Mark Henry, how's your Friday morning going?
Hey, just fine on this end, George. Hope everything's going good on that end. Now we got 2 cars on the side. It looks like we might have a road ranger on the scene, or somebody showed up to get this guy over to work. Taking a look at 95 north and southbound right around the Golden Glades interchange. If you're heading southbound, things are starting to get a little bit busier out there from 151st all the way down to 79th Street. Nothing to really slow you down, though. Everything's moving along just fine. Northbound lane's actually getting by without too many delays at all. 95 north and southbound around Griffin Road got a pretty smooth commute in both directions here. Your northbound lane's getting by without too many problems. Might be tapping the brakes right around 595 just as you get closer to the airport. Southbound lane's heading into Hollywood. Real easy ride for you there. Same thing on 95 north and southbound right around Cypress Creek Road if you're heading into or out of the Pompano area. Still got a pretty smooth commute ahead of you this morning. We'll let you know if anything changes. I'm Mark Henry, CBS 4 News Traffic Control.
Thank you, Mark Henry. 5:49. We're watching your money this morning, and there's a new sign that the traditional pension plan may be history.
Yeah, Fidelity Investments is ditching its pension plan in favor of an enhanced 401k program. The company will also offer its 32,000 employees a new health savings credit to help pay medical expenses during retirement. Fidelity has been encouraging other companies to put more of the responsibility on workers for their own retirement. More people are turning to H&R Block this tax season. The company says it's working with nearly 500,000 more customers this year than last year. Most of the increase is coming from its online business, which is up 14% this year. And consumer investigator Al Sunshine, along with Neighbors for Neighbors, are here to help you with your taxes, by the way. Tonight, our phone bank will be open from 5 p.m. until 6:30 to answer any questions you might have. Don't forget, the deadline day, just 19 days away.
I think I'll be calling that line later today. Okay, entertainment news now. Britney Spears and Kevin Federline have settled their divorce. That tops our eye on entertainment. The couple and their attorneys met for 5 hours last night. They signed a deal after those 5 hours that settles all issues of their former marriage. Federline's attorneys say it covers child custody and financial matters. Spears' attorneys did not comment. I guess we'll find out.
I'm sure we will.
Soon enough.
Somebody will find out.
Also, Paris Hilton could be heading to jail. LA prosecutors will ask a judge to revoke Hilton's probation and impose a jail term instead. City prosecutors say they have evidence that Hilton was driving on a suspended license back in September. If the judge finds she violated probation, she could go to jail for up to 90 days.
Yikes. Now showing in theaters, The Lookout. It's a drama about a man's life this way, turned upside down. A car accident actually leaves him scarred and vulnerable in his new and unfamiliar life. He gets caught up in crime. The Lookout, rated R. An inventor makes a machine that'll help him find his birth mother, but when his invention is stolen, the boy's journey into the future, he meets a very interesting family. Meet the Robinsons is rated G. And 2 male figure skaters get into a brawl. They're banned from the sport, but there's a way for them to get back on the ice.
Sorry,
there's a hint. Take a look. Whee! It's rated PG-13. To check out the full trailers, just log on to CBS4.com. I'm going to see that.
That looks really funny. 5:51 right now. You're not going to want to miss a whole new hour of CBS 4 News this morning. John McCain forced to learn about internet copyright infringement the hard way. Hear how a web designer pranked the presidential candidate.
Then what would you pay to pass by rush hour traffic? See the new interstate idea that could make your commute a breeze for the right price.
Plus, if your allergies are driving you crazy, you're not alone. We've got some tips to help you with this especially bad allergy season. Jason.
Those stories are all new, and don't forget, you can log on to CBS4.com when you get to work. The news is always on.
Your legislators are working on a way to slash property taxes. Up next, see where state lawmakers are looking for new funding. This is CBS 4 News This Morning on a Friday. Keep watching.
Hi, I'm Jeff Katz. This month, Dolphin Carpet and Tile is celebrating its 33rd anniversary. We sell all types of flooring for less than anyone, and this month only, we'll give you no-interest financing for 24 months and a free area rug with every qualified purchase.
When you want the whole story, count on the combined resources of CBS 4 News and the Miami Herald, working together every day to cover your world.
You know the name Florida No Fault, so you know for years they've been your leader in auto insurance. What if I told you it just got better? Florida No Fault's hotline is for people who have to save money on car insurance. People all over Florida are saving hundreds of dollars on their car insurance. With down payments as low as $55 and payments as low as $50, the Florida No Fault hotline has been ringing off the wall. Call 1-800-444-4211 and see what Florida No Fault can do for you today. Call us today.
Suffering from new RV sticker shock? This Thursday through Sunday, it's the used motorhome blowout sale at the Miami International Mall. See a great selection of used diesel and gas motorhomes, many with less than 10,000 miles. All at 4.99% financing for the term of the loan with only the tax and license down. This used Forest River Georgetown was over $75,000. Now it's only $54,998 or $360 a month at 4.99%. It's the used motorhome blowout sale this Thursday through Sunday at the Miami International Mall.
It started with a simple idea. Build an automobile that takes the sheer joy of driving to a whole new level. Use advanced technologies without sacrificing fuel economy. Take advantage of a racing-inspired heritage. Provide an interior space that fulfills every need. The TSX from Acura.
Now you can lease a TSX for $299 a month for well-qualified customers.
Mackie Rodriguez and Elliot Rodriguez, only on South Florida, CBS 4 News.
Here's where a football game turns into a family reunion. Here's where the Dolphins score and I do the dance.
Here's where I join a team that's 75,000 strong.
Here's where my cheers lead to their victory.
Here's where the Dolphins run out of the tunnel and my soul takes the field.
The new Dolphin Stadium. The fans are here. For season tickets and club level memberships, call 888-FINSTICKS or select your seats online at MiamiDolphins.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Katz. This month, Dolphin Carpet and Tile is celebrating its 33rd anniversary. We sell all types of flooring for less than anyone, and this month only, we'll give you no-interest financing for 24 months and a free area rug with every qualified purchase.
Welcome back to CBS 4 News This Morning. Hope you're hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mr. Food is cooking up some magic in the kitchen. He's baking a chocolate cake without flour.
Do you need flour?
Yes, Joy, you
Okay.
need flour.
I don't bake.
I think you need flour. I don't bake either, but...
Mr. Food says it is possible, and you can do it too. Here he is.
By this time of year, we've probably run the gamut when it comes to homemade after-school snacks. Well, what can we come up with to wow them that's mom and dad approved because it's wholesome too? Well, with today being National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day, this one's unnatural. In a large bowl, we beat together for a couple of minutes just till it's blended and crumbly 2 1/4 cups of flour, a melted stick of butter, a 1/2 cup each of creamy peanut butter and light brown sugar, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and an egg. Now, we reserve a cup of the mixture and spread the rest over the bottom of a sprayed 9 by 13 inch baking dish. We spread a cup of strawberry jelly evenly over that. We crumble the remaining peanut butter mixture, over the top, and into a preheated 350-degree oven. It goes for 35-40 minutes till the topping is golden. We're done. And sure, we can use any brands we'd like, or any flavor of jam or preserves, and no sugar fruit spreads work too. And after they cool a bit, all we do is cut them into bars, serve them up with a cold glass of milk, and when the kids take a bite out of these ooey gooey favorites, those bars will disappear. And if you'd like the recipe, it's online, or send a self-addressed stamped envelope marked PB&J bars to me, Mr. Food, right here at the station, for a wholesome, tasty after-school or anytime snack that'll satisfy them and please us. In fact, we ought to sneak a bar or two aside for ourselves because of the, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Mr. Food, I'm trusting you. Time now, 5:57. Let's check in with traffic. Mark Henry, how's it looking?
Hey, good morning. Actually, we got a pretty easy ride out there right now. Got an easy, smooth commute on 95 north and southbound right around Cypress Creek Road, both directions into and out of Pompano. Pretty easy ride for you. Same thing on 95 north and southbound right around Griffin Road, even into and out of the airport area. Shouldn't cause anybody any problems. I'm Mark Henry, CBS 4 News Traffic Control.
Mark Henry, thank you so much. 5:57. One lawmaker is out now with a controversial new proposal to help homeowners facing those skyrocketing property taxes.
This proposal would allow casino gambling in the state to help give residents some relief. CBS 4 consumer investigator Al Sunshine is here to explain.
The plan sounds simple enough. Let the voters decide through a statewide referendum if they authorize casino gambling, highly taxed, with the new revenues going to slash or eliminate property taxes. Supporters know the issue remains very controversial. There's already gambling in the state between Indian casinos, horse tracks, and offshore gaming cruises.
Gaming is gaming. Gambling is gambling. Whether it's a slot machine or whether it's a full blackjack, and it's almost like saying, you know, you're half pregnant. There's no such thing. The gaming exists here, and the reason why we think this is going to be key and this will work is for the simple reason that we have a need to offset property taxes.
Gambling generates hundreds of millions of dollars for Nevada, another rapidly growing state with no income tax, and Florida lawmakers are now looking at how legalized gaming can help generate enough sustaining tax dollars to not only replace property taxes, but even fund affordable housing. And around South Florida, that proposal is getting very good reviews.
Well, we already have gambling here in South Florida, and I think, you know, bringing, you know, more casinos to South Florida would be a great thing.
Definitely all for it. I mean, I am a homeowner myself, and the taxes just every day just keep getting higher and higher.
I think that the property taxes are a very critical issue here in South Florida. It's made a lot of people think about moving or moving. So if we already have gambling here to a certain extent, whether it's offshore or at the casinos, the Indian casinos, why not the people that are paying the taxes take an opportunity to reduce our taxes?
Al Sunshine, CBS 4 News.
That proposal has a long way to go before it even makes it to the full vote in the legislature. This morning, lawmakers still do not have a tax plan Republicans and Democrats can agree on.
Fortunately, we have Al Sunshine to stay on top of it.
That's right. He'll be monitoring the situation every day, I'm sure.
Right now, a look at the stories we're working on for 6 o'clock. First up this morning, an undercover officer's off the job after a pedestrian is hit and killed.
And it happened in front of horrified witnesses. We're going to hear from the police department. I'm Art Barron. All comes your way in a live report.
Time is running out for dozens of people still living in FEMA trailers. I'm there for TV Jacquez live in Margate. I'll have that coming up.
Dreading that morning rush hour traffic you're about to face on a Friday morning? Well, there's a new interstate idea that could make your commute a lot faster.
John McCain learns about internet copyright infringement. See how a web designer pranked the presidential candidate on the popular website MySpace.
And a windy end to our work week, but how about the weekend? I'll let you know coming up real soon.
Need help heating things up in the bedroom? Hear how a new product may be able to reignite that spark that may be missing in your relationship.
People are going to get complex as we keep asking them that. Your news with half the commercials starts right now.
Now, live, this is CBS 4 News This Morning.
Just a question, like any other question. It is 6:01 on this Friday morning. It's March 30th. I'm George Estevez.
And everybody's going, no, not me. What are you talking about?
Not me, maybe my neighbors.
I'm Joy Ferdy. Let's get a quick check of the weather to get you started. Here's Aaron Coakley in for Pamela Wright. Aaron.
Right, well, things looking pretty good this morning. We are seeing some very light showers, say around the Miami-Dade Broward line, towards Dolphin Stadium, north of Miami Gardens right now. These are all very light, and they should be moving pretty quickly from east to west. Could run into a quick sprinkle throughout your morning, but the temperatures, they're all warm. We're in the lower 70, enjoying those mild breezes right now. 74 in Fort Lauderdale, 72 for you in Pembroke Pines, and to Dade, similar readings in the lower 70s, 73. Miami International Airport at 71 in West Kendall. Wind speeds about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but they'll be building throughout your afternoon, and this afternoon looking pretty windy, gusty at the beach, and we could see a few light showers coming in on that gusty beach breeze. So here it is, planning it out. This morning, a quick shower or two, temperatures in the lower to mid 70s. We're up to 81 by this afternoon. How about the weekend? I'll let you know coming up real soon. Now let's take a look at traffic with Mark.
Good morning. Thanks a lot, Aaron. Well, we're taking a look at the Dolphin Expressway, getting a little bit busier out there right now. If you're going to be heading eastbound from the Turnpike out to about Milam Dairy Road, you can see things are getting a little bit more hectic out there, but still not too bad. We can still see a little bit of daylight between the cars, so still got a fighting chance out there as you're getting out on the roads. Westbound lane's doing okay, and from 95 out to the Turnpike, that ride should only take you about 15 minutes. Also taking a look at 95 north and southbound around the Golden Glades interchange. Southbound lane's starting to show a lot more activity, but still pretty much up to speed. Northbound lane's doing all right at this time, too. Not a whole lot of delays out there. Just give yourself a few extra minutes if you're going to be heading southbound. And 95 north and southbound right around Griffin Road. Still pretty smooth commute southbound as you make your way into the Hollywood area. Northbound lanes, as you approach 595, you can expect to hit the brakes in that area due to airport delays. I'm Mark Henry, CBS 4 News Traffic Control.
Thank you, Mark. 6:03. This morning, a pedestrian is dead, killed in the street.
And the driver behind the wheel was a South Florida police officer. CBS 4's Art Barron joins us live from the Fort Lauderdale Police Department to tell us more. Art, are police even saying much about this?
No, not that much information coming out. As a matter of fact, we're still waiting word on the identity of a man who was struck and killed by an unmarked Fort Lauderdale police car. Here's the scene last night. You can see the front end damage of that police car. This is located on Sistrunk Boulevard and the 1300 block of that street. Officer was responding to a shooting a few blocks away. That impact killed that pedestrian. Police say that the officer was responding to a call, turned on his emergency lights while going through an intersection. The officer's name is not being released right now. Witnesses, though, are venting anger at police over this accident and say that the officer was speeding when he hit the man in the street. But we talked to officers last night, and they tell us what happened after that pedestrian was struck and killed.
Once the motor vehicle accident occurred, the officer immediately got out of his police vehicle and summoned for fire rescue to respond to the scene. Fire rescue immediately responded to the area where the male was transported to Broward General.
And right now, the officer involved in last night's deadly accident has been placed on administrative leave while Internal Affairs will investigate the tragic accident while this officer was on his way in an unmarked police car to a shooting just several blocks away. Witnesses we're going to hear from in the next half hour tell us that despite what we're being told, that the individual, the victim, was being transported to the hospital and then died at the hospital, they say that they saw crews cover the body up with a yellow sheet. So that comes your way in about 30 minutes. That's the very latest out here in Fort Lauderdale this morning. Art Barron, CBS 4 News.
Art, thank you. At 6:04, South Florida families living in FEMA trailers since Hurricane Wilma now have less than a month to move. CBS 4's Nefertiti Jacquez joins us live now from Margate to explain why the group has already started to receive notices. Nef?
Well, George, you know, lots of those folks that were living in the FEMA trailers did find places to live after Hurricane Wilma. But take a look behind me. Some people are still left without a place to call home. We spoke to a couple of people who tell us it's really difficult for them to come up with money for an apartment, let alone a house. But that doesn't change the fact that in 4 weeks, FEMA will take the keys away from them and these RVs, which means the clock is ticking for dozens of people still living here. Take D. Bloom, for example. He's a struggling musician who lives in one of these RVs at this mobile home park in Margate. He lives with his wife, who does work, and their 3 kids. Then there's another gentleman by the name of Anthony Weaver, who also lives in an RV here. In his case, he and his wife are still waiting for their condo to be fixed, which means they're still paying a mortgage on that house, and they're simply just running out of money. So at this point, a lot of these folks just don't know what their next step will be. They don't know where they'll end up, so they fear that they'll end up homeless. But these 2 gentlemen that we spoke to are still holding on to hope.
I told myself I'm going to survive. I don't care what I have to take, how I have to work, I'm still going to survive.
We're hoping to, oceans will part for us and everything will be, divine again. So, I guess that's it, yeah.
Now here's the breakdown. There are still 114 trailers in use in Broward County, 73 in Monroe, and none in Miami-Dade. We're also told that FEMA, Broward County, and a slew of nonprofit organizations will try to help these folks out before April 24th, which is the deadline. But of course, there are no guarantees. So we'll keep you updated. That is the very latest from Margate this morning. Nefertiti Jacquez, CBS 4 News.
Alrighty, Neff. Now talk about a role reversal. A security guard is under arrest, accused of robbing a local store. Listen to this. Police say Alfonso Allen knew about those surveillance cameras, so he knew to cover his face when he ripped off the Bare Feet Shoes store in Lauderdale Lakes. After the robbery, though, officials say he showed up in his uniform to help them investigate. Okay. The investigation, of course, led straight to him after a witness wrote down his license plate number. Finally, a sweet morning after nearly 3 weeks of sadness for a little boy in Miami Shores. Joseph Garcia's mother was found dead in a vacant lot earlier this month. Yesterday, his classmates and friends gathered for a bake sale at his school to help raise money for him and his family. The school had already gathered $1,500. Garcia's grandmother will now take custody of him, and she says all the support is what is getting their family through this hard time.
Helps him to heal. To know that everything is okay and that everybody loves him.
Well, police don't know how Garcia's mother died. They're waiting for the autopsy results.
This morning we are hearing from the cousin of the Haitian man who died while trying to make that desperate dash to the United States with 101 other people. CBS 4's Tiffany Helberg talked with the relative who still has hope for another family member at the detention center right now.
They think that if you comes to survive, you survive. If you die, you die. You try to do something to save your life.
Ricardo Francois knows it all too well. 18 years ago, he made the same trip from Haiti by boat to South Florida. The same trip nearly 10 of his relatives made recently, all arriving Wednesday, one in a body bag.
That's so sad for me, you know. You try to get a better life, you can find it. You die.
His cousin Lafayette Lilly did not survive the 22-day journey at sea. No food, no water, cramped in this boat with close to 100 others.
When you're weak, you can do nothing by yourself, you know. You're weak, you can't swimming anymore. You try to survive, you can't. And then you go deep in the water, you die.
Francois' love for his cousin is still strong, but his memory of Lily is fading.
When I left in Haiti, he was a little guy, you know.
So were many of the relatives left behind, some now here, including his brother, all being held away from the family they came to see.
I can see my brother, I don't know where they're going, I don't know where he's at, you know. Every family, I don't know where they're at.
The migrants are being held in the Broward County Detention Center. The feds say they plan to keep the group in South Florida, at least for now. In Pembroke Pines, Tiffany Helberg, CBS 4 News This Morning.
There are new details this morning in the standoff with Iran over its capture of 15 British sailors and Marines. Iran's official TV channel says it'll broadcast footage of a confession of one of the 15 detained British soldiers. Meanwhile, the United Nations Security Council is expressing, quote, grave concern about their capture and calling for their release. Britain sought Security Council help as Iran reneged on its promise to release the only woman among the captives. Instead, Iran suggests all 15 might be put on trial. The troops were seized a week ago.
It is 6:09. A blast at a market in Iraq has killed at least 76 people. The two suicide bombers wounded at least another 100 people. Officials say most of the victims were women and children who had been out shopping at that market. The top U.S. commander in Iraq confirms that police over there retaliated after those bombings, which he blamed on al-Qaeda. The Senate and House will now debate two different measures to remove troops from Iraq. The Senate version approved yesterday calls for a troop withdrawal to begin within 120 days and for all the troops to be out of Iraq by March of 2008. The House version gives the withdrawal a little later until September of next year. President Bush says he'll veto any measure with a deadline to bring troops home.
This morning, a White House spokeswoman is saying Attorney General Alberto Gonzales will have to, quote, speak for himself in response to the comments from a former aide to a Senate panel. Gonzales' former chief of staff testified that his boss wasn't being accurate when he claimed he was not involved in the firings of 8 federal prosecutors. Kyle Sampson says Gonzales and former White House counsel Harriet Miers both made that final decision on who was to be dismissed. Sampson says the prosecutors were fired because they didn't sufficiently support Bush's priorities.
It is official. Civil rights leader Jesse Jackson has endorsed Illinois Senator Barack Obama for campaign 2008. Jackson twice sought the Democratic presidential nomination himself, but now he's giving his support to what he calls a new generation of black politicians. His son, Illinois Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr., has already endorsed Obama. Visitors to John McCain's MySpace page got a surprise. A phony message was posted that said McCain changed his mind about gay marriage, quote, particularly marriage between passionate females. But the graphic did not come from the Republican. It came from Mike Davidson, a man who offers ways to improve people's MySpace pages. McCain used Davidson's design but did not give him credit. So the man sought revenge and posted the pro-gay marriage message on McCain's page. It was taken off about an hour later.
Time now 6:12. Coming up on CBS 4 News this morning, what would you pay to pass by rush hour traffic?
Whatever.
Yeah, right? You're going to see the new interstate idea that could make your commute a breeze for the right price.
An FDA panel has approved the first vaccine to fight prostate cancer. Find out how it works.
Also, a tricky touchdown caught on tape as a plane takes this unusual landing on a Florida one-way.
This is CBS 4 News this morning with more news, weather, and traffic, and half the commercials. Keep watching.
All new.
Oprah's in love. I have never seen her so obsessed.
What you are about to see is the best thing I've ever seen on television.
Oprah's Magnificent Obsession. Next Oprah. Today at 4 on 4.
Next, E.T., a star couple's plastic surgery, and the surprising new twist in the battle over little Danny Lynch. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on 4. Tennis has a whole new look. CBS 4 Sports serves up the Sony Ericsson Open. Go courtside with Bo, Barry, and Jill for exclusive player interviews. Plus a look inside the finals. Serve it up. A CBS 4 Sports special Sunday at 11:30 a.m.
Where are you now, Daddy?
I'm in Tokyo this time.
Is Paris far away?
Pretty far away.
Buenos Aires.
Do you know where Spain is?
It's right under France.
That's right.
When are you coming home?
I'll be home real soon.
I love you, Daddy.
And where are we flying to today?
We're having a business meeting in London.
Life can take you almost anywhere, and so can we. We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
If you see news in the making, dial star CBS 4 on your Metro PCS cellular phone.
I remember when I first got it, I thought that if you got a Sun Pass and you put like $25 on it or something like that, that either you use it or you lose it. But it's not like that. You can have $25 on it to start it up, and it could take you a year and a half, 2 years, however long, and it's still good. Nobody wants to be stuck in traffic. You look over to your right or your left to the people waiting there, you're like, you leave these people behind, and it's funny because you watch them watch you go by. They're like, how did Sun Pass? Huh, that's nice, man. It's like, that's it. You don't have to worry about anything.
This traffic report is brought to you by the Miami-Dade Expressway Authority.
Welcome back to CBS 4 News this morning on a Friday. It is 6:14. The Little Haiti Health Center opens this morning with a big blowout bash. Congressman Kendrick Meek will speak at the grand opening. A health fair, fashion show, and other festivities start at 10 o'clock this morning. The center, which will also include family planning and health screening, is on the 300 block of Northeast 80th Terrace in Miami.
Governor Charlie Crist may face his toughest crowd ever, school kids. He'll be in South Florida this morning, visiting Maplewood Elementary School in Coral Springs at about 11 a.m. This past week, Crist signed a bill that awards public school teachers 5 to 10% performance bonuses to the state's best educators.
This morning, we celebrate our local doctors. Yay. It's National Doctors Day. The Miami-Dade County Health Department's getting into it too, urging everyone out there to be mindful of the commitment physicians show every day, even dentists.
Yeah.
Because they just heard, that's why. The annual day for doctors has been recognized since, get this, 1933, when a doctor's wife decided to celebrate the first time anesthesia was used in surgery. That's about 90 years earlier than that, but she decided to celebrate it in 1933, right?
Exactly.
And now it's National Doctor Day.
Yes, so we should celebrate with a great weather forecast, huh, Erin?
Right. It will be great all weekend long. Could see a few showers today, but this weekend looking pretty dry. Let's take a look outside right now. Things looking fine to start you off on this Friday morning. It's very, very mild. Temperatures in the lower 70s, 72 in Doral and Miami at the airport, 74 for both Fort Lauderdale and Key West. Feels great outside, nice and dry. We'll give it a 1 on the stickiness scale. Humidity still at 65%. Wind coming in out of the east at 10, so pretty light right now, although this will build throughout your afternoon, and today will turn out pretty windy. That could blow in a few showers like we're seeing now. It's coming in on an easterly breeze, and then they kind of dissipate as they do progress inland, so good news there. And anything you do run into will be very brief. Across the state, about a 10-degree temperature spread from Jacksonville towards Miami, 72, Miami 62 up in Jacksonville, where they're seeing a front push through the area, but it's a very weak front. It will kind of fizzle out as it makes its way down through the state, but it will increase our breezes, so we'll call it a strong ocean breeze today and gusty at the coast. Because of that, a high risk of rip currents. You'll definitely want to swim at guarded beaches, and low tide right around 1 o'clock this afternoon, and that's when our rip currents will be the worst. A passing shower, a possibility coming in on that easterly breeze, and that's about it as we head into the weekend. This weekend looking very dry, mostly sunny with pleasant breezes. The breeze not as strong during the day on Saturday or Sunday as high pressure builds into the area. We still will see gusty conditions at the coast at times throughout your weekend. A nice beach breeze for Sunday, remaining nice and dry with a good amount of sunshine. And as we head into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, temperatures will climb into the mid-80s, so warmer sunshine and mostly dry conditions. Across the southeast today looking pretty nice with some showers across northern Florida. Otherwise, we'll be pretty warm. Could see a quick sprinkle. 81 for our high temperature here in Miami. 75 up in Jacksonville, a little bit cooler in Atlanta, but still nice at 69 degrees. Up in the northeast, a nice spring day with temperatures right around normal. 61 for a high temperature in New York, 58 in Boston. We're headed for 81 degrees with a building breeze, so it will turn out windy and pretty gusty at the beach today with a few showers around, although not very likely, about a 20% chance for that. Small craft should exercise caution this morning, an advisory this afternoon with those winds building and the seas building too up to 7 feet. Staying breezy for your Friday night. Pretty windy at the coast. We'll fall down to about 70 for our overnight low right along the coastline, 68 a little further inland. So a building breeze today with some spotty showers around. Nice and dry for the weekend. Not as breezy, but still breezy at the beach. 80 for your high on Saturday, 82 on Sunday. So this weekend looking great. I hope you have outdoor plans. Do you?
Spring breakers do.
Yeah.
We can hear you celebrating already.
Yeah. Seriously,
Everyone
still
sleep.
from the night before. All right, thanks, Erin. It is 6:18 right now. Hopefully you're celebrating a nice commute to work. Mark Henry, that looks pretty good, that right there.
It's not bad. I guess anytime you get up this early to go to work, there's always something to consider. But taking a look at 95 north and southbound right around Cypress Creek, not a whole lot of problems. Starting to see a little bit more activity through the Pompano area, but otherwise pretty easy ride out there right now. Got about a 15-minute travel time, 20-minute travel time between 595 and Hillsborough on 95 in both directions. Shouldn't really cause you too many problems out there. 95 north and southbound right around Griffin Road. Starting to see some more activity as you head northbound. Those are the headlights coming at you right now. Approaching the airport area, you're probably going to be hitting the brakes around the 595 and US 1 area where everything kind of joins up and becomes the airport. Heading on down south into the Hollywood area, still pretty smooth commute. Get a little bit further down there, though, into the Golden Glades interchange. Things start to get a little bit more crowded as you're heading from 151st Street down to 79th Street. And kind of expect to tap the brakes probably around Opelika Boulevard and 79th again. Northbound lanes actually getting by okay, but a little bit crowded out there and just slightly under speed. I'm Mark Henry, CBS 4 News Traffic Control.
All righty, Mark. Speaking of, this morning the Florida Senate wants to alleviate traffic by adding a toll to the interstate. The idea would convert the free HOV lanes to toll lanes. CBS 4's Shamari Stone tells us how much it'll cost us to travel traffic-free.
Driving on I-95 from Broward to Miami-Dade County is frustrating. This new proposal may speed things up.
South Florida traffic is annoying.
Stressed out, crazy. It's ridiculous.
Driving from Broward to Miami, living in Florida is just a nightmare.
Some state senators are waking up out of the dreadful dream. They're looking into the idea of charging people to ride in the HOV lane on I-95 between Interstate 595 and State Road 112. The HOV lane currently allows vehicles with 2 or more passengers or hybrid cars with 1 occupant to speed on by while other drivers are stuck in the regular lanes. This new proposal would allow anyone who pays to drive in the HOV lane.
I don't think it's going to work out.
Why not?
I mean, they do the same thing on the turnpike and they still have traffic. So
Some folks don't like the price tag. The plan would cost $70 million. The federal government would pitch in and pay half. So how much would it cost you? Well, about $3 for a 25-minute trip in the express lane.
I do feel that it might speed things up, but you know what? It just seems like everybody's always trying to make more and more money, but maybe that's not the best thing to do.
So you have mixed?
I do have mixed views about that.
Now keep in mind, at this point, this is just an idea. It hasn't become reality. It's going to face stiff opposition from the Broward County Legislature. In Hollywood, I'm Shamari Stone, CBS 4 News.
And opposition from people, I'm sure. Time right now is 6:21. An FDA panel is now recommending a prostate cancer vaccine be approved. It's called Provenge. It has been tested right here in South Florida and trains the body to attack cancer cells. In trials, it has prolonged the life of men with prostate cancer. The FDA will consider the panel's recommendation and make a final decision in May. This morning, Japan says it's found an oral vaccine for Alzheimer's patients. It's already proven effective and safe in mice. The study showed the vaccine improved mental function in the animal's brain. The research team is now preparing for small-scale clinical trials in humans as early as this year.
All you women out there, do you need help spicing things up in the bedroom? Well, this morning there's a new patch called Intrinsa. It's designed to increase sexual desires in postmenopausal women, and it's meant to help women with sexual problems. But researchers say they're worried women who don't need it may take advantage of the sex-boosting drug. Right now, marketing plans are on hold in the U.S., but head on over to Germany and France. That's where the patch is available.
Oh.
Far trip.
Everyone's booking plane tickets right now.
Understand.
The men are, for the women. Anyway, it is 6:22 right now. Coming up on this Friday morning, we have new information on that attempted bank robbery that shut down Miami Beach for hours earlier this week. What the suspect says really happened.
Millions of credit card numbers are swiped from a popular department store's database. But hear why the company says your personal information may have escaped evil hands.
And don't forget, consumer investigator Al Sunshine and Neighbors for Neighbors are ready to help you with your taxes. You call our phone bank from 5 until 6:30 today with questions, and we'll try to answer them. This is CBS 4 News This Morning on a Friday. Keep watching.
Is my bike ready?
Any minute, okay? Right, Paul?
Just making some upgrades.
Everyone loves an upgrade. Get yours at the GMC Upgrade event, like an 07 Yukon with best-in-class fuel economy. And now upgrade to professional grade with 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry, the GMC Upgrade event ends April 3rd.
Suffering from new RV sticker shock? This Thursday through Sunday, it's the used motorhome blowout sale at the Miami International Mall. See a great selection of used diesel and gas motorhomes, many with less than 10,000 miles. All at 4.99% financing for the term of the loan with only the tax and license down. Names like Winnebago, Monaco, Fleetwood, Allegro, and many more. Why buy new? Save thousands buying used. If you're looking for a motorhome, this is the sale you don't want to miss. It's the used motorhome blowout sale this Thursday through Sunday at the Miami International Mall.
Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance. The international phenomenon seen by over 100 million people around the world. The critics rave. Lord of the Dance is irresistible, spellbinding, and sensational.
One show only. Sunday, April 29th at Jackie Gleason Theater. Tickets are on sale now.
Don't miss Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance.
For a limited time, the largest selection of brand new Hondas are on sale. Get 07 Honda Accords for just $199 a month. Accords, $199 for a limited time at your South Florida Honda dealers.
Come in and get it, say big on Honda. Gotta get it.
Get super low finance rates like 2.9% financing on Civics. Yes, Civics, 2.9 for a limited time. Hurry in.
Honda, gotta get it.
It is 6:25. You're watching CBS 4 News this morning. In our consumer alert, good news for the victims of a store's stolen database. The owners of TJ Maxx and Marshalls say about 3/4 of the affected credit and debit cards were already expired when someone stole the information. Sorry. Yesterday, TJX, the company, told federal officials computer hackers had stolen customer information from more than 45 million credit and debit cards in 2006.
Well, more good news, the early show. It's coming our way in the next half hour.
And even more good news, Harry Smith is going to chat with us from New York City. Look, he's jotting down last-minute notes. He's so thorough.
No, because, you know, okay, so that leaves how many millions of people still whose credit card
15 million, actually, to be exact, or something like that.
So there's look what we did. Their credit cards were already expired, and there's 10 million people out there saying, no. Yeah, okay.
That's a good point, though, Harry.
Hey, you guys doing all right this morning?
Doing great.
Fabulous.
It's Friday, we're in a great mood. How about you?
I'm kind of catching on the same thing. I'm catching that Friday fever.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel it coming up. I can feel it coming up in the Gulf Stream, right all the way from South Florida right to here.
A nice blast of warm Friday fever.
I love it. I think you're spritzing on the top of the head there.
No. We'd never do that on television. Never. There's an old saying, Joy, you never let them see you sweat. All right, now let me tell you what's coming up on the early show. We talk about sweating. Alberto Gonzalez is in plenty of hot water. It's, you know, his chief of staff who quit over this old U.S. attorney firing stuff. went in front of Congress yesterday and said Alberto Gonzalez knew all about this. I talked to him 5 times, no less. So we're going to talk about that during the show. Also coming up on the show, I don't know about this, singer Britney Spears and Kevin Federline have reached a divorce settlement. How about that? We'll give you the scoop on that. I knew you wanted to know about that. Health Watch, fish oil supplements, are they right for you? I can't believe this. What else do we have? Oh, you know what? Will Ferrell is in the studio today to talk about his new movie. It's got like terrible reviews I saw in a couple of places this morning, but I have seen it, and it is laugh out loud funny. So that's what we got. That's what we got here on a Friday.
All right, that's pretty good, and I love that K-Fed and Britney was item number 2 on your list. How about that?
Yeah, hey, George, could you tell that I hadn't read through this before we went on the air this morning?
That's okay.
Could you pick up on that a little bit?
No, you did a fantastic job. Harry Smith, live from New York City. Thank you so much.
Coming up at 6:30, folks, remember the hanging chads? Well, new voting machines could mean paper ballots are making a comeback.
Well, a man is dead, struck and killed by a Fort Lauderdale police officer. In a moment, we're going to hear from horrified onlookers who saw the whole thing. I'm Art Turner, the live report coming up.
Time is running out for dozens of people still living in FEMA trailers after Hurricane Wilma. I'm Nefertiti Jacquez live in Margate. I'll have that story coming up.
And I'm meteorologist Aaron Coakley, CBS 4 Weather Control. Sunrise in about 45 minutes. Will we see a lot of sunshine to end your work week? Well, we're seeing some showers coming in on a strong ocean breeze, and that will be picking up throughout the day. So windy end to the work week. How about the weekend? I'll let you know coming up real soon.
Plus, a tricky rescue for crews helping out this pooch stuck on a perch. How he made it to dry land.
A new half hour of CBS 4 News this morning with more news, weather, and traffic. And half those commercials start in 1 minute.
Lease a new Suzuki Grand Vitara or Forenza from just $169 a month at Bill Seidel Suzuki in Miami or at the grand opening of Bill Seidel Suzuki of Davie.
Marshall's Law number 265. Always think of the driveway as a runway. Get fashions from the designers you saw on the catwalk for the price of a copycat. Those who know Marshall's Law.
With an exhilarating 258 horsepower VTEC engine, an intelligent performance-minded cockpit, double wishbone suspension, and true surround sound. All you need to do is get in. The TL from Acura.
Now you can lease a TL for $369 a month for well-qualified customers.
You know the name Florida No Fault, so you know for years they've been your leader in auto insurance. What if I told you it just got better? Florida No Fault's hotline is for people who have to save money on car insurance. People all over Florida are saving hundreds of dollars on their car insurance. With down payments as low as $55 and payments as low as $50, the Florida No Fault hotline has been ringing off the wall. Call 1-800-444-4211 and see what Florida No Fault can do for you today. Call us today.
Lease a new Mitsubishi Galant or Eclipse from just $169 a month. $169 a month at Bill Seidel Mitsubishi of Miami and Mitsubishi of Davie.
Now, live. This is CBS 4 News This Morning.
And this is what Friday morning looks like at 6:30. It's March 30th. I'm George Estevez.
And I'm Joy Purdy. It looks fantastic, huh? Time to get you on your way. Aaron Coakley, why don't you help us out with the weather?
It looks a little dark, too. We are seeing a few showers come in. But, hey, I don't want to damper your spirits on this Friday because things will look good throughout your weekend. Some quick showers blowing in on that breeze throughout the morning. Overall, though, what you'll notice today are the winds and our nice mild temperatures this morning. 69, our current temperature in West Kendall. 74, though, Fort Lauderdale. 72 all around from Pompano Beach to Pembroke Pines, Miami International Airport, and our wind speeds picking up a little bit from 10 to, say, 16 miles per hour in Pompano Beach, 15 Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, and these winds will be gusty, especially at the beach today, and because of that, a high risk of rip currents. We're headed for 81 for our high today. The winds died down a little bit over the weekend, so we'll talk about that coming up.